Hey, so welcome to this Q&A time. I've been posting content for a while now, and I've loved the community that's being built here on YouTube. But over that time, I've also gotten a lot of great questions in the comment sections of videos that I do. And so I decided to host a live session one time a week. And I'm thinking Fridays at 9 a.m., around 10 a.m. my time. But if another time works better for you, just drop it in the comments. But the goal of this time is to go over comments not only from the videos that I posted, but also in the chat. So if you have questions that you'd like to ask, would love to give a response and would love to get to connect that way. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. I did a video on beets on TikTok, and Marigold NYC on TikTok asked, why do beets give me an icky taste in my mouth? And how do I fix that taste? That's a great question. Oh, just seeing in the chat, not Pablo one. Hi, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Uh, about beets and their earthy taste. Uh, First, let me just get to the benefits of beets. Beets, like why even eat them in the first place? They are rich in nitrates and fiber and antioxidants and so many other good things, vitamins and folate and potassium. And they primarily are great for enhancing heart health, lowering blood pressure, improving blood circulation, but also for brain support, digestion, and even liver health. So, someone said that Marigold NYC noticed that they have a dirt taste when they eat them. And that's because people who get that taste when they eat beets, it's because they have a genetic makeup that they taste that compound more so than other people do when they eat beets. And there are some ways to reduce that flavor. You can roast beets, you can pickle beets. That's actually my personal favorite way to get rid of that earthy flavor. And then the other thing that you can do is you can combine it with something acidic or sweet. Sometimes choosing different colors or varieties of beets actually helps reduce that earthy taste. But the earthy taste is for a genetic reason. It's not because everyone tastes that earthiness in beets. Now, a quick aside on beets is that beets are high in oxalates, which can contribute to kidney stones. So if you're prone to kidney stones, you should either not consume beets or if you do, do so in moderation. But kidney stones equals beets are probably not your friend. So that was the first question. Second question, this one came from Instagram. Julie.Cody asked, how do you eat okra? I've never bought it because I have no clue what to do with it. And other people have mentioned that okra, they don't like it because it has like a slimy texture to it. So, first, why is okra even good? And okra is great because it has iron for oxygen transport, calcium for strong bones and muscle contractions, and then also magnesium and potassium to help lower blood pressure and maintain normal blood sugar levels. So, all that is amazing. And in particular, what I love about okra is that it has mucilaginous fiber. And that is amazing for gut health and blood sugar regulation. Moon3456 I7Q says, hi, just want to say hi back. Thanks for joining. And the thing with okra that makes it tricky to cook with is that it can be pretty slimy. And that's why people get turned off from using okra. There are two ways to cook okra that I find really helpful that reduces their sliminess and also helps you get the health benefits from it. The first way is you can actually use it in like a soup or a stew, which is great because that slimy mucilaginous fiber, it actually helps thicken the soup. So if you have a watery soup and it's a little bit too runny, okra can actually be great. This is why you'll sometimes see like okra being used in gumbo or things like that. It adds like a good texture to the soup. The second way is to stir fry it. And I personally enjoy to stir fry okra. You have to cook it a little bit longer, maybe like 10 to 15 minutes to get rid of some of that sliminess, but it still retains a lot of its great health properties, even if you cook it past that point, and you get rid of some of that sliminess. So just cook it a little bit longer, or use it in a stew. Those are two great ways to cook with okra. And then let's see, got another question. This one from YouTube, from Ed Vin Lee 5. They ask, does the garlic have to be raw to be effective? So had a video about garlic and all its health benefits. I mentioned things like it's a potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory. It supports cardiovascular health, reduces blood pressure, reduces LDL cholesterol, which is a kind of cholesterol that you want to keep on the lower end. And then it also helps improve flow and immune system support. So I do a lot of work with autoimmune clients, and garlic is a staple in the nutritional therapy work that we do. And it is great cooked or raw. So this is the cool thing about garlic. When you get raw garlic and you chop it up and you just leave it out for like 10, maybe 15 minutes, you actually boost its allicin content. And allicin is fascinating because it's the compound that gives garlic so many of its health benefits. And just chopping up raw garlic and leaving it out for 10 or 15 minutes boosts its allicin content. So even if you're cooking garlic then and you're getting rid of some of that allicin content from cooking it, it helps offset that by chopping it and leaving it out. I've heard people refer to it as chop and stop. Chop what you're cutting with garlic and then stop and leave it out for a little bit. But raw is great, cooked is great. Even getting it from a jar, it does have less allicin in it from like a jar, but my take is something's better than nothing. And you're not trying to be perfect. You're just trying to get some benefits from the foods that you're eating. And so getting raw or cooked or jarred garlic, I like it all. If you can do raw and if you have time to chop it up and leave it out, that's ideal. But if not, you're still getting great benefits the other way. So those are the questions that I had come in through social media, through YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. I want to close with this last one. There's always some fun comments out there too. So this one also comes from YouTube. It's from Tablet 3053. And they're looking at my short and they're like, is it AI? And I just want to set the record straight. I'm a real person. I'm not AI. I appreciate the suspicion because it's getting harder and harder to tell what's actually AI and what's not. But rest assured, I'm a real person. So that's all I had for the Q&A time today. Let's just end with one thing here. If you like the health content that I'm posting, I want to put more of it out there through a newsletter. So I have a newsletter that you're able to get. And if you sign up for my newsletter, it's free. You can do so through the link in my bio. I send health content right to your inbox. You can also go to my website, www.vivekwellness.com. Scroll to the bottom, you can sign up for my newsletter there as well. But that's it for today. Thank you so much. Much love to you, and I'll catch you next week. Take care.